Hello, dear students. Let us understand about lecturing on operating cycle. So, basically, operating cycle it is the entire working capital process starting from purchasing of raw materials till the cash in hand, like what you are receiving from your customers. Okay, it is a cyclic process. So, the meaning of this operating cycle is just like it refers to the time period for a business to convert its inventory into cash. The simple thing. See, you're just purchasing your inventories by giving your cash to the suppliers. And after that, the process it goes like you should convert that inventories into finished goods. Okay. And so many process like work in progress that to finished goods. So the process it happens like that. Next, you need to sell that customers, product to your customers. And from that customers, you need to get the cash. Okay. So cash inflow, sorry, cash outflow, it is what happening in the beginning and next to the end cash inflow where you are getting. So the entire process, it happens like this. So how efficiently a business managing its working capital and literally that is actually called as operating capital. Okay. So definition of this operating cycle, it is the time between like purchasing of raw materials, that is the initial thing you need to do, and that to production process, you're just converting into production stage, and next is selling of that goods to your customers, and by means of selling that you need to get cash, right? So these are all the different process which happens in this operating cycle. So next is components of operating cycle. So what kind of components? First one is raw materials conversion period, first component. Okay. And next is from raw materials, the next thing is work in progress. Okay. So next to work in progress, additional thing, next thing that is finished goods holding period. Yes, that is also over. The next thing is receivables collection period. Okay. So from your customers. So these are all the different components of operating cycle. So next is stages of operating cycle. First one is raw material. Yes, from raw materials, the next thing is work in progress. Next to work in progress, it should be converted into finished goods and finished goods to sales. Okay. From sales, you will be getting your receivables and that is actually your cash. Okay. So, formula, operating cycle formula is like inventory conversion period plus receivables collection period. Clear? So, the combination of these two things literally called as operating cycle. So, inventory conversion period is equal to raw material plus work in progress plus finished goods holding period. Clear? So next is receivables collection period. Also again you have some other thing like time taken to collect cash from the customers. Probably it might be 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days, whatever. Clear? So next is cash conversion cycle. We can say this as triple C. See, this cash conversion cycle is something that, so it starts from cash, right? You're purchasing your raw materials by just paying your cash to the suppliers. So that is what cash, it starts from cash and it also ends with cash. You're getting cash from your customers. Okay, by paying cash to the suppliers, it starts there, and next final process, you are just getting cash, receiving cash from the customers, right? So for this again formula is operating cycle minus payables deferral period, that is the time duration. Okay, so yes, how long that cash is tied up in your business, that is the thing called as this cash conversion cycle. And next is importance, like how you're just managing your cash in a liquidity form that is easily convertible into cash form. Okay. And next important thing is like a smooth production flow. Yes, Okay, so the main thing is you're just giving and getting cash. So the entire thing, like it comes under the production also matters a lot, and then reduces cash shortage risk, yes. And next is improves working capital efficiency, and last thing is little it helps in financial planning. Clear? So factors affecting this working capital, first one is yes, nature of business. Okay, that also matters a lot. So all kind of business, it's not unique, it differs. So credit policy, credit terms and conditions is different from business to business. And next is production efficiency. How efficiently, effectively you are producing maximum possible output that you are providing. Inventory management and then market demand. So all certain things are the factors which is what affecting this operating cycle. Clear? Thank you.